Pep, what's the story of today from your point of view?
Good result in a not good performance. We were lucky in the well, it was a good action, but Newcastle didn't defend well in the first goal. And after the second one, brilliant action from Joao, but the first half was one of the worst we have played this season. And the second half was much better.
And that game to come, but let's just look back on Manchester City having no issues whatsoever at St James's Park against Newcastle United. Big problems 4 minutes in. We discussed it at half-time. The easy corner, and from then on it was bitter disappointment for Newcastle.
I mean, when you play the big stage as well, Steve, especially at home, you're creating problems for yourself here. That's terrible from Dubravka, let's be honest. Kicks it out of play. And the goal comes leach in this corner. Again, the schoolboy defender from Clark and Dubravka is a mix-up. We said at half-time, we think it's Clark's fault. We think he should go and head it and deal with it and ask questions after. And, you know, to give a goal away this simple, at this level, at any level, in fact, at this level especially, you're up against a mountain after 5 minutes. It's terrible defending.
Difficult to legislate from a managerial point of view, Glenn, as well. Eddie Howard set the team up.
You can set a team up, but, you know, when you start a game like that, and that's a gift. They've given Man City a gift. You can't give a team like City a gift like that. There's a lack of communication there, without a doubt. And as we said at half-time, as Shay just said, if you're a centre-back and you know you can head it. Just head the ball away and you know, go with the conversation with the goalie afterwards or at half-time. Yeah, they gifted them, and they're the last team in the world that you go down to 1-0 in the first 5 minutes. Your back's against the wall straight away.
The second goal was unstoppable, though, wasn't it, from Joao Cancelo, who actually scored his last goal at St James's against Newcastle.
Yeah, I mean, it was a thundering strike, and he is just such a talented player. I mean, it was preventable, I think, from Newcastle's point of view. I mean, this original, well, I don't know what he's doing, Willock there, going away from being goal side of the ball. And then, of course, Hayden finds himself on his backside, and then the two centre-halves turn their back. It's a catalogue of errors, really, from Newcastle's point of view. But from an individual strike point of view, I mean, he's got everything, this guy. I mean, he's been one of the outstanding players in the Premier League this season. Left back, right back, he can play in midfield. He's supremely talented. And that pretty much killed the game. 2-0 against Manchester City. You know, it's all over. Now, they could have got a little bit of life back into it had they got given a penalty.
What do you think?
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was.
Do you think VAR should intervene here?
Well, I think the referee should have saw it. I find it hard that the referee doesn't see it.
Having not seen it,
he should have been saying, there's a definite foul here. I would have thought he'd be saying there's a definite foul. It's whether you think, you know, it's interfering with play. Cancelo had got there first. He was almost taking the ball away from safety. But you have to say that's interfering with the play. And even if it wasn't, we were discussing during the game, if someone just, you know, elbows someone off the ball, it can still be brought back. You can't commit a foul on any area of the pitch and it go unpunished. So with that in mind, I think it was definitely a penalty.
Yeah, I think there's a foul there, without a doubt. I think everyone on the planet could tell you there's a foul. It's simple. It's whether that is interfering with playing. For me, the ball's gone away. If a cross is coming in, and like Michael's saying, there's an elbow goes into somebody or you block somebody, you might have gone up and jumped for that ball, you know, and you've been that opportunity's been taken away. Cancelo's taken the ball into the corner flag. Look, Fraser's he's claiming it, but there's a foul there. Of course there is. But I'm not so sure you can actually say that he was going to interfere with the play. Cancelo's took the ball away, he's going to play it down the line, and that happened anyway. So I don't think that was a case of interfering.
Oh, it's a clear penalty. I think it's a clear and obvious mistake as well. I mentioned the Dermot at half-time. I think if Martin Atkins missed it on the pitch, which sometimes can happen, I think Wilson might have been in his eye line perhaps, and he might have just missed that split second. The VAR guy's got to be in his ear. Martin, just take a look at it. It'll take you 30 seconds. For me, there's definitely a foul. It's his interpretation then, the on-pitch referee, if it's a penalty or not. For me, it's a penalty. And even from a spectacle, from our point of view, we're saying 2-1, St James's Park would have took a big lift on the back of that, and it could have been a different game, albeit you still fancy City second half, but it might have just changed it a little bit.
And in that second half, City scored 2 more. They didn't think they scored the first one, actually, with Riyad Mahrez.
No, it was a good goal as well. Zinchenko, I think, with the ball, and a lovely sweeping finish, takes it early. He's a talented boy. He knows, doesn't he? He thinks it's onside, and often when you're a centre forward, you're actually waiting to make your final move on the back of that defender. You're looking across the line, you're thinking, hurry up, because as soon as that ball leaves the foot, that's when you you make your move. So a lot of the time, as a centre forward, especially in that situation when you're looking across the line, you have a real good feel for whether you're offside or not. And of course, he didn't think he was, and he was right.
I think that's VAR working at its very, very best there, because the linesmen weren't in line anyway, couldn't see it because he was blocked from the defender. So you go and see it. This is poor defending, whether you like it or not, from Newcastle. It's too easy.
Yeah,
it's
both
just too
fullbacks
easy.
playing,
Both fullbacks, the left back as well, Richie, just look, he's in a good position. But that's poor from Murphy, lets him go on the outside, doesn't bring him down or get a toe for a corner. And then Sterling gets goal side all of a sudden. He's in a secured position 1 minute, fullback, Richie, and the next minute he lets him go by.
11 goals in 2 games for Manchester City. Their goal difference, look at that, now bang level with Liverpool, and a 4-point lead over Jurgen Klopp's side before they play Tottenham. But significantly, Chelsea, after that draw with Wolves, 6 behind City, having played both 18 games.
Well, Pep, what's the story of today from your point of view?
Good result in a not good performance. We were lucky in the well, it was a good action, but Newcastle didn't defend well in the first goal. And after the second one, brilliant action from Joao, but the first half was one of the worst we have played this season. And the second half was much better.
Manchester City midfielder Jack Grealish praised the level of talented players at the club and said they can win the Premier League, FA Cup and Champions League treble this season, adding that he hopes to claim the first winners' medals of his career. Pep Guardiola's City have won their last 7 league games and are currently top of the standings with 41 points after 17 matches ahead of Sunday's trip to 19th-placed Newcastle United. Asked if City could win it all this season, Grealish said, "I think so. I don't want to put too much pressure on the team, but we have so much talent here and so many good players. I really think that we could go all the way in a few competitions this year. That is what I have come here for, to win trophies, so hopefully come the end of the season, I will have a few medals around my neck." Grealish added he needs to improve on a personal level after making a relatively slow start in Manchester, with 3 goals and 3 assists in 20 appearances across all competitions since his £100 million, $132.44 million, transfer from Aston Villa in August. "I think stats are important because, at the end of the day, that is what people look at, such as how many goal involvements us attackers have, especially when you come to a club with the price tag that I did," Grealish said. "If you don't get goals and assists for a few games, then everyone starts to talk. But there will be times when you are playing well and the goals and assists just aren't coming. That is what I have felt like recently. I am just trying to keep improving all of the time, and I know for a fact that the longer I am here the more I will improve."